What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Lauren Hope, aka Lolo, founder of a little blog and business called Good Girl Chronicles. She's right there. I always say that I'm going to do a YouTube video and I'm going to have makeup on and it's going to be great, and it just never happens. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do any more YouTube videos until I have the perfect editing equipment and the lighting. And then I'm like, ugh. If I wait for all the stars to align the right way, I will stop being a YouTuber. And I'm a very amateur YouTuber. I only have like 200 some odd followers, so it's like, girl, this is pre-glow up. So, why? Oh gosh, this is my new baby. So I wanted to, hi. I wanted to talk to you about what Good Girl Chronicles is, because I don't feel like I've done that in a while. And I want to talk about some really exciting things, including Boo. And since he wants to be on my lap, we'll talk about him first. Yeah. So if you are just tuning into this YouTube or have never seen me before, my name is Lauren Hope, aka Lolo. That's my nickname. I have a little blog called Good Girl Chronicles on Blogspot, and 2 years ago I started talking about my mental health journey, and then the blog just took off. It did take off, and then I started getting Then I started getting requests to come speak at churches and suicide prevention events and things like that. I started talking about what life after a suicide attempt looked like, what life with major depression, like being a seeker your whole life, looked like, what life with anxiety looked like. And so I've been doing that since 2016. And now I feel like that Good Girl Chronicles is a business. About me telling my story through social media and public speaking. And now I just want to, clearly Boo thinks this is exciting. Now I want to help other people tell their stories. I want to start having classes on blogging and social media, storytelling. And I also have been a news reporter for a while and have a lot of experience in social media. So I want to consult people on how to tell their stories. I want to have an event or 2 events a quarter that either promote good mental health or storytelling or give back into the community some way. And I have been pretty successful doing that this year. I'm not making a ton of money from my business right now. And I think a lot of that is because I have just not valued myself enough to ask to be paid. I'm very quick to take a free engagement just because I love connecting with people, but you know, spiritually, I know if I expect God to feed me off of this business, I need to treat it like one. So, in the last quarter of the year, I'm going to be better about that. So that's really who I am and who Good Girl Chronicles is. If you followed this journey the last 2 years, you know that I've been chronicling my way out of homelessness, situations with my family, all of that kind of stuff. One of the really hard things about being homeless was that, and this is a story in itself, I won custody of my dog from my parents. I have to laugh at it because it's so ridiculous. And I was living with this lesbian couple and they put me out. And so I couldn't care for my dog Goliath anymore. So I had to give him back to my parents, which was heartbreaking. I literally, like, oh, that was such a hard day. Like, I was so, like, suicidal that day. I was broken. I just wanted to turn in the towel. And yeah, it just wasn't a good day. And so then I thought, you know, and I couldn't keep him. Like, I knew being homeless again and I was going to have to go back into the shelter. I couldn't bring him. So I know that that was the best decision for him, but it broke me. I loved that dog. He was a gift from an ex-boyfriend of mine and like had lived with me off and on in my reporting career, and it was just sad. So since then, I've always known that I wanted to own a dog again, but the hurt of losing my dog the way that I did, like, I was just like, I'm never going to do it again, never going to do it. And December, my psychiatrist gave me a letter for an emotional support animal. You know, for a lot of people who have mental illness, anxiety, depression, pets and emotional support animals can help them in really hard times. And I had moved into my new apartment. I was living alone, trying to learn how to live independently again, and it was crushing. And so I asked her if I could qualify for an emotional support animal. She said yes. But again, I was just like, you know, I was anxious about owning a dog. I was like, I'm gonna screw this up. Like, he's gonna have separation anxiety, and then I'm gonna have anxiety. And then I would say within the last 3 or 4 months, things at my work became intolerable. I'm a certified peer recovery specialist. I was working at a community service board, and it was like so terrible. I was like dealing with insomnia, harassment, bullying. I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad. And I kept it because I didn't want to be homeless. I was scared of not being able to take care of myself because for me, like, because I don't have like any family support. Like, if I screw up, I'm on the street again. Like, that's very real for me. And so, I just swallowed a lot of things. I went to human resources. They didn't do anything. And so, um, so I said, you know what, maybe it's time for me to get an emotional support animal. I'll start looking. And for about 3 months, I've just been going to humane societies and I'm just like, have not found the dog. Well, earlier this month, I went in and I saw this dog. His name was Jaden. And he was sitting in the crate like this. Remember you were balled up in a ball? And I said, what's wrong with him? They were like, well, his owner died and we believe he was in the home with his deceased owner's body for like weeks and he's malnourished and he's like really skittish and nervous. And so we want to foster him out first before placing him with a forever home. I was like, oh, this dog has PTSD like me. I can't handle this. But I thought, okay, a foster is not that intimidating. If it doesn't work out, at least I've like given him a quiet, safe place to be. And then he'll be good for somebody else. And I didn't know that I was going to have to quit my job earlier this month because it got so toxic. And I had just started fostering him. And this little dog, like, has just helped me so much in the last couple of weeks. And so I made the decision to adopt him last week. And it's been amazing. I renamed him Boo because that's way cuter than Jaden. And also Boo was the nickname that I had for Goliath. And so like it's kind of like a way to like pay tribute to that relationship. He is the sweetest dog. Do you see this? Do you see this? People will see us out and they're like, oh my gosh, you've had that dog forever. And I'm like, no, it's been a month. He is really scared of like men and kids. So I do think something happened there. Oh my gosh, like he naps when I nap. He loves walking. He loves other dogs. I mean, we already went on 2 trips together and he is amazing. This was like the best decision I made all year. And I just want to thank a friend of mine with a company called Simplified Beauty. Her donation made it possible for me to adopt him. And so I'm so excited. We're probably going to be moving in about a month or 2, downsizing while I am transitioning jobs. And I'm really excited to do life with you. Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm one of those dog people. Don't judge me. Second, I want to talk about a social media milestone for me. I guess I'm a social media influencer, which really, or a personality. It sounds weird to say, but I guess it's what I am. It's weird. Look what my mug says. It says I love my dog. And so one of the things I wanted to do when I started Good Girl Chronicles was to be a brand ambassador, like somebody who, like one of my favorite companies, I would wear their stuff or use their products and I would get a discount and maybe get a commission for like promoting the stuff. And so I've been on a weight loss journey. This time last year, I weighed 245 pounds. I know I don't look like it because I'm very top heavy and like my fat is in good places. But yes, I was 245 pounds and I started a Daniel fast earlier this year. Then I started Weight Watchers and became really discouraged with that. And then I met this amazing trainer named Jason here locally who's like really pushed me. And so now I weigh 216 pounds. How much is that? 216. Oh my God, I'm terrible at math. Oh my God, I think I've lost like 30 pounds. Wow, that's bananas. And so I'm falling in love with working out again. I'm eating better. And I've been chronicling that journey on Instagram. And so I came across a company called JustStrongClothing.com. It's an athletic women's wear company. And I was like looking for cute workout clothes. And they're like, do you want to be a brand ambassador? I applied and I was accepted. This is my first Just Strong purchase. These are these amazing workout pants. These are Just Strong workout pants. And they feel so good, actually. Like, it like sucks in all of your stuff. I ran in these. We went in the dog park in these. They look really good. And so I actually bought a large, which I probably should have bought an extra large, but actually it's not that bad. So I'm so excited to be representing this brand. Another reason why I like Just Strong is that it's not just about being a certain size. Like, they're all about female empowerment. They feature stories of amazing little girls and women around the world. Do you like those? And so I just got privileges to buy some ambassador wear stuff. So I'm gonna get my name on it, my nickname on it, and yeah. I normally buy my workout stuff from Old Navy, which is, I mean, they're very comparable in price and everything. So like, why not support an amazing, empowering female brand, and hopefully make some money. So yeah. So if you go to juststrongclothing.com and you're looking for new workout gear, you can actually use my discount code and you'll get 10% off. I'm telling you, when I get my editing equipment, we're going to be on and popping, because then I'll be able to just pop it right there. So I'm writing my discount code. Do you see this? It's LAURCOMP 10. LAURCOMP 10. You put that in, you get 10% off. I do get a small commission, but who cares about that? Also, if you do really want to buy from Just Strong Clothing and you did not understand what I just said and just read, message me here or comment or hit me up on IG at my IG handle is at Lauren Hope Speaks, then I'll get you the discount code. So really excited about that. Third big awesome thing. I never ever in a million years imagined I'd be sharing my mental health story this way. I still struggle with saying mental illness. I hate that. Like, I'm okay saying like I have a mental health diagnosis or whatever, but I hate saying illness because, 90% of the time I'm a very high functioning together person. But one of the organizations, and this is no lie, one of the organizations that helped me make peace with living with a mental illness is called This Is My Brave. Google it. It's a nonprofit, thisismybrave.org. And This Is My Brave was founded by two women, one of which's name is Jennifer Marshall, and she lives with bipolar disorder. And she wrote some blogs back in the day about being a mom with bipolar disorder, and they exploded online. And what she saw was that there's so many people living with mental illness who are feeling alone, who want a venue to speak and talk. And so they did a blog, and then she started a show, a show called This Is My Brave that travels the country and is also in Australia, where people with mental illness stand on stage and speak their truth. And it's amazing. Friends come, family come, people who don't understand what it's like to live with a mental illness come. And it is incredible. I went to a show in Arlington earlier this year, and it is so brave to stand on a stage and talk about surviving an attempt, to talk about living with personality disorders or schizophrenia, like all of those things. It is so brave. But what I love about Jennifer Marshall is she says that one day I hope that talking about mental illness won't be called brave. It will be called being normal. And that's part of what This Is My Brave is, to normalize the conversation. Because studies show, I think it's like 1 in 5 people live with a mental illness. 1 in 5. It's so much more common than we give it credit for. So I, your girl, Lauren Hope, aka Lolo, have been selected to be in the next Arlington show of This Is My Brave on October 21st in Arlington, Virginia. It's at 5 p.m. If you are really, really interested, hit me up on Facebook at Good Girl Chronicles LLC. I would love for you to come and join in that moment with me. I'll be talking about like when I first started feeling anxiety attacks and what that felt like, and how hard it was to conceal and how hard it was to live with. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm also trying to raise money for This Is My Brave. Each castmate is tasked with raising $250. So I'll be fundraising for that. And I'm just so excited. And I guess I can go ahead and say, because they're going to make the announcement today, I have become a board member for the Virginia chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And I never ever thought in a million years I would be a board member. Like, doesn't that feel like so official? But I've done a lot of talks with AFSP, or the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I've spoken at a lot of Out of the Darkness walks. I so believe in what AFSP does. They do suicide prevention training, they do research on suicide, they make connections for people in the community. And so for me to be on the board in Virginia is just, I just don't have any words. And one of the things that I'm really passionate about doing with AFSP is bringing everyone to the table, using social media to show people that there are resources out there to learn about suicide and how to prevent it. I want to get people of color engaged. We know that suicide is like, it does not discriminate. And so, yeah, that's what I want to do. So just stay tuned and just this is pre-glow up, okay? Lolo is about to get some equipment. You just wait. 6 months from now, this is gonna be a whole new YouTube. But you know, to be a YouTuber in the beginning, yeah, the struggle is real. So if you do want to make a small contribution in my YouTube, I would love that. Just go to gofundme.com/Team Good Girl, and I will put the details in the description below how you can make a donation to me and my LLC. So that's all that's going on with me, y'all. It's a beautiful, awesome day. And this is the beginning of so much more. I feel it. So as we say here at Good Girl Chronicles, because I am the good girl who chronicles her life, I love you. I love God more. Mwah! See you next time.